Ramirez. Josue, raise your hand in the screen. I want you guys to know that this gentleman here is really dedicated to helping our team learn how to swipe trade, but more importantly, he's giving us the inside scoop and knowledge about what the experts actually have information about to send out targets, to send out signals for the swipe trades. So he's giving you background knowledge about what these graphs actually look like, and he is really taking some time, and I'm looking at what he's done, and it's absolutely amazing. He's taken some time to really let people understand what a buy stop is and what a sell stop is and how it looks on the graph. And when I first saw it, I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, Josue. He said this is going to be a fire call. He is bi-coastal, if that's the right way to say that, because he lives in Colombia sometimes, and sometimes he lives in Michigan. Just depends on what kind of weather he wants to live under. Right now, it's warmer in Colombia, so that's where he is. He just told us he is going to be coming back to Michigan next month or so when it warms up in Michigan. He is a full-time trader, and he is building a team with IML. So without further ado, I'd love to present to some and introduce to others my friend, Mr. Jose Ramirez.
Thank you very much, Simone and Mike. Again,
Jose, I just wanted to be reminded. Did you say you're going to start recording this?
It's already recorded.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. But thank you very much, Mike and Simone. Amazing leaders. I'm actually very humbled to be working with you guys and with the team. I'm extremely excited with what's happening inside your team. And, just huge congratulations for everything you guys are doing. You are definitely an example to follow. And the reason we're doing this call is because of the big momentum you guys are having in your team. So we want to plug everybody into our Swipe Trades training, because definitely Swipe Trades, it's not only one of our hottest products, but it's the one that is going to make you the most money, especially when you are just getting started with IML. Why? Because, learning Forex takes time. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of dedication. And as you guys are learning how to actually trade the markets, how to actually analyze the markets on your own, who wouldn't want to make money as you learn, right? And that's the whole idea of Swipe Trades, is receiving those signals from people who are just killing it in the markets and actually just copying and pasting that information onto your own trading account. So just imagine you going to school, and it took me 5 years to finish my accounting degree, but I could not work as an accountant until I finished my degree. It would have been really nice to have an opportunity to just make money as I was learning how to actually be an accountant. So don't sleep on Swipe Trades, guys. It's definitely the product that is going to make you the most money in the beginning, especially. It has done that for me. In reality, it took me 5 months to quit my job. That's when my wife and I decided to get married and move here to Colombia, because we were able to make money from our phones and our computers. But especially during our wedding time and honeymoon, I did not look at the markets myself. All I did was to copy and paste, and that's how I was able to actually make money while I was still on vacation. So without further ado, let's get started with the training. It's gonna be a lot of information today, guys, so I hope you have a notepad, your pen, because people who take notes are those who make millions. That's what I've learned. You don't wanna leave this just to your memory, because there is a lot of good information here. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with setting up our demo account, okay? Then we're gonna move to the order types, so we can all understand the language of the different order types that we receive on the Swipe Trades. And then we're gonna review some of our previous Swipe Trades that we've had. We're gonna watch them here on the live chart. And then what I would like to do is to introduce to you something called the compound interest. And you guys are gonna be blown away with how much money you can make with Swipe Trades alone. And then at the end, we're gonna talk a little bit about the mindset that it takes to be a successful trader. So let me share my screen on my phone, and I'm going to really quickly just teach you guys how to download all the apps and just pretty much how to install your MetaTrader account, how to install your Swipetrades account, and how to get started with all the tools, IML tools. So if you're new, all you have to do is on your phone, go to the App Store, okay? And then on the App Store, you're gonna download first the MetaTrader account, MetaTrader 4. So this is how you spell MetaTrader 4. You guys can see it there. And you're gonna download the number 4, okay? No need to download the number 5, only download number 4. Once you download it, you're gonna open it. And then what we're gonna do is just to go through the steps on how to create a demo account. To create a demo account, all you have to do is go to the settings at the bottom right. And then you are going to click on new account. You guys can see it there. And then what we're gonna do is to open a personal demo account. This is just a practice account. It's fake money in the live markets. We always want to practice first, okay? So we're gonna click on open a personal demo account. Now, here is where you actually type in your broker. So it doesn't matter which broker you use for your demo account. The broker that I can recommend you for your live account will be probably LMFX or even Oanda. Oanda is one of the best brokers out there because when you withdraw money, they give you the money the fastest, okay? So we can probably go with Oanda, for example. Just click on practice account. So it can be the V20 practice 1 or the V20 practice 2. Also, a lot of people use JFX, especially because you can trade cryptocurrencies with JFX.
Oh,
so
sorry.
you could also, yes.
May I ask you a question? Sorry for interrupting you, because someone asked me today which broker should they use, and I told them that, you know, I'm using JFX. So the one that you just announced, can you put that in the chat or type it somewhere, because I never even heard of that one, and so I was wondering again. Can you just tell the people why you use that one, or why would you use JAFX over Trader's Way? Can you go over that?
Sure. Yeah. So I've used Oanda. That was actually my first broker. It's a US-based broker. Okay. So what's the advantage of being a US-based broker? Well, you can trust it very, very much, right? If you need support, you can just call them. They have a US office. The reason I like it is because whenever I've had to withdraw money, they've actually given me my money the fastest to my debit card, okay? So just because of that, I can trust it, right? They have no fees when withdrawing your money, at least at the time this video is being recorded, right? Before we move on with the brokers, I have to say that IML has no affiliations with any broker whatsoever. So whatever recommendation we give here, it's whatever we're using with our own money, but it doesn't mean you have to do it or IML is recommending it. We're just actually giving our opinions. Oanda, they only have a very low leverage. So if you want to trade more with less money, it's going to be a problem. You cannot do that. JFX, on the other hand, you can trade, you have a bigger leverage. Spreads are pretty cool. But the most amazing thing about JFX is that you can trade cryptocurrencies. So us training on Swipetrades, remember that we have Swipecoin coming up with all the cryptocurrencies trades. So it will be very good to have a broker that will allow you to trade currencies, because IML is going very heavily into cryptocurrencies. So it's better just to be prepared. So whenever you're choosing a broker, just make sure they have a support number. They've been in the market for many, many years. And when you deposit and when you withdraw money, they don't have a lot of fees for that. For example, Trader's Way just changed their settings and you have to pay $150 every time you withdraw. That for me is a lot of money to withdraw my own money. So that's why I'll be like, okay, I don't want Traders Way anymore. Let me move to other brokers that don't even charge me any commission to withdraw my money. So whenever you're choosing a broker, just keep in mind all of those things, how easy it is to deposit and how easy it is to withdraw money. Okay? So with this example on the demo account, we're gonna go with JFX. So all we do is just type in JAFX. We click it, we put a name. So what I will do is just to put my name, and then I will be like Swipetrades, so ST. So I know this demo account is specifically for Swipetrades. You can leave the leverage to the max. So 1 to 500 will be the max. And then the deposit, I would recommend you just to do $3,000, just so it's a little bit more real for you. And you can actually demo with less money because it's just more real. So you just click on register.
Hey, Jose, hey, Sway.
Yes, yes.
I have a quick question. I know that you're saying that the lowest that you should start with is what the Swipe Trade demo account offers, which is $3,000.
Yep.
But could you give people an idea of what typical people what people typically start with when they start their first brokerage account? So they won't think that 3,000 is the
Right. Whenever you open a broker live account, you can start with as low as $50, I believe. It depends, right? In the US, most people start with $300 or $500, right? But it doesn't mean that's the minimum you should start with. In my opinion, it doesn't matter how much money you start with. All that matters is that for the first 3 to 4 months, you're actually making profits. You're actually winning pips. Because once you can prove to yourself that you're making pips, that you're actually having profits, it doesn't matter if you're actually having a $100 account and your profits are only 10 bucks in 1 week. That's 10%, right? And if you can consistently keep that 10% a week, all you need is just to put more money into it. But it's good that you start with not too much money, because remember, this is something that you're going to start learning, and you're going to learn more as you trade more. So just imagine you having a very fast car and you're just getting started with driving, and if you have a Porsche or a Ferrari, that thing is going to make you crash, right? So it's the same with trading. You don't want to start your trading account with a lot of money that if you lose, it's going to put you in a very tough financial situation. My recommendation is start with something that you can actually lose, because you're just getting started. Give yourself the 3 months to 5 months practice. And believe me, after those 3 to 5 months, you're going to make a lot of money. Remember Tim Holloman? He demoed for 6 months until he knew he was ready. So that will be the recommendation. If you want to go live, start with something very small, $100, $200, and just play with that, okay? And just let it grow to 500 to 1,000, and then start putting more money into it once you're actually making profits. Okay, so that's all you have to do to actually set up your demo account. All you have to do is just click done. And then if you go to trade, you're gonna see pretty much your balance, right? If you want to put in a trade, all you do is click on the plus. Oh, let me go back. So if you go to quotes, you have all your pairs, okay? You can choose, for example, USD JPY, and then you can choose on trade. And then I will explain more about lot sizes, stop loss, all of that later on. Let me go back real quick to just download the Swipetrades app. Swipetrades, this is how you spell it. You download it, just click open. And this is how the actual Swipetrades app looks like. So whenever you receive an alert, all you have to do is to either click on the X to delete it, or click on the, I don't even know how that's called, the green button to accept it, okay? And then you will have all your information here. Now, there are two types of alerts that we receive. One of them are new trade ideas, and the second one are update alerts. So a new trade idea is the one that is a new alert for you to actually put in a trade. So this is the only one that you're gonna use to put in a new trade. I know it sounds easy, but a lot of people get confused with this. Only put new trades with new trade ideas, okay? And then whenever you see an update, like for example, this one, this is not a new trade idea. Here it says delete USD CAD. So you don't put a new trade. All you do is, for example, in this case, delete a previous alert. So let me go back to my trading view real quick, because I want to show you very graphically, very visual, how the different auto types look like. Okay. So there are multiple order types, and those are called market execution type of alerts. Whenever you see a market execution, all that means is that you're going to put a trade with the current price. Okay, so let's say we have a market execution of the Euro USD, and the price is here, for example. Let's say this is all you see, okay? If you take a market execution, that means that you're going to take the trade at this current price. The other order types are the ones that Swipetrades usually sends the most, which are called buy stops, sell stops, buy limits, and sell limits. So I'm going to show you graphically how a buy stop and all of those different order types look like. So we're going to talk about the buy stop example. Let's say Swipetrades sent us a new buy stop alert. Okay? And the entry price will be here. You see where the green and the red connects? That is the entry price. So the entry price will be, in this example, 1.2347. Just an example. Okay? So what the buy stop means is that we want to take the buy. Whenever we take a buy, that means that the market, we want the market to go up. And we make money when the market goes up. So what the buy stop means is that we have a level above the current price, and whenever the price reaches this level, we're going to take the trade as a buy. And all of this happens automatically, guys. Okay? So let me show you real quick how it will look like. So we have the buy stop, and this is what the market's doing. The market is currently below our entry price. And you see how the market's moving up? So whenever the market hits our entry price, which will be this one, we enter the trade. Okay? Just exactly how it happened right there. Remember, each of these candlesticks are 1 hour. So you guys saw how the market was currently here. They sent us the buy stop, and the market started moving up towards our entry price, moved up, and then we would have caught those 60 pips. So the buy stops whenever you keep going with the trend. The sell stop, for example. So how will the sell stop work like? Well, the price is currently above, and we want to take the sell. Sell means that we're going to make money when the market goes down. So we're going to put the alert, and we're going to wait for the market to actually come down, hit our entry, and keep going down to take profit. So just imagine you received the alert, the price is currently here, but you want to enter here just because Swipetrades tells us to do so. So here is how it will look like. That's why we got to be patient.
Can
Okay?
I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
So why would they set the sell stop lower knowing that it started higher? Does that make sense?
Awesome question, Mike. Here's the reality. At this moment, we didn't know this downtrend that the market was starting to do, right? All we knew was the market's trending up very strongly. So whenever they send the sell stop, they're trying to say, okay, look, if the market comes lower from this lower low, that means that the market's gonna continue to trend down. If the market doesn't make it lower than this previous lower low, well, let me actually make a circle. I don't wanna take the sell. Let me go back a little bit.
So while Josue is going back, I want to say, for those who are on this for the first time, know that it may look a little strange to you, but if you just stay connected and just know that once you stay connected, you'll get it over time. And if you have questions, this is the time to do it and put it in the chat box. Right. Jot your questions down so that Josue can answer them for you. And the last thing I'll say is, make sure that you're watching your basic training from 1 to 4, and then, of course, the intermediate and all the way through, because that's what gives you a base of understanding and knowledge about this. Josue is here to help with answering questions and giving you live contact. So please utilize this. Utilize him. He didn't know anything about trading when he started. Now he's teaching it. So, right, Josue? So
right.
Let them know that it's okay to ask questions.
Yeah. This is what this training is for.
Right.
So, Mike, look, right now, at this moment, all we know is that the market is kind of in the middle because this is the high and this is the low of the market, right there. So I don't want to confuse you too much, but the reality is that the way I see this is, look, if the market for any reason makes it lower than this lower low, that means the market's going to continue trending down. If it fails and it keeps going up, that means that the market's going to continue going up because here was going up, right? So the main purpose of the sell stop in this case is just to take the trade only if the market makes it lower than this lower low. You get what I mean? So that's the main reason of the sell stop. So sell stops and buy stops, yes, they give us a price that is not, for example, the buy stop, we could have taken it right down here, right? So why take it here? Because we're missing all of these profits. But we didn't know the market was gonna go up until it broke this support here. That's why we only take the buy stop if it breaks the support. Same with the sell stop. We only wanna take the sell if it breaks this support down here. Okay?
Okay.
Hope it helped a little bit. So that's why we will put a sell stop, and we don't have to worry about all of that. We just have to worry about following the signals. Okay. All right.
This
so
vehicle is in demonstration mode. Connected to OnStar's high-speed 4G connection. Press the blue OnStar button.
Let me try to mute. Okay, now, buy limits are the other way around. So instead of actually taking the trade this way, when it's a buy limit, we want to take it this way. market's trending down, and then when it hits our entry, we want the market to start reversing. So remember, sell stops are going down, take the trade, and we keep making profits with the trend. But limits, buy limit or sell limit, is when the market's going against us, and then we actually take the trade at the lowest point if it's a buy limit, because we want the market to reverse. So let's see how that will play out in a real live example, because that's what usually Swipetrades does. They send us the trades alerts before, 3 to 4 hours before anything happens, right? And that's where the confusion comes from for the most part, because we don't know when to put the trade, when not to put the trade. So I'm showing you guys here for you to learn what the buy limit, buy stop, and all of those different order types are, so you actually know when to put it and when not to put it. So as you can see, the price is above our entry, right? But whenever it hits our entry point, we want the market to reverse. So that's a buy limit.
You know
okay?
what, Josue?
Yes, sir.
That was a good point that you made, because if people didn't know that and if they saw, so what you just said is that the buy limits, the stop limits, the sell limits, all of that is predicted to happen 3 to 4 hours after the signal is sent. If that's the case, you know, sometimes I would be looking at my MetaTrader 4 app, and if I see it going in the negative, I'm like, wow, you know, what's going on here or whatever. But basically what you're saying is that most of it is not designed to kick in until that time period anyway. Is that correct?
Right. And that's why I want to show you some live examples, because I want to show you guys exactly that it's all about that patience in the markets. So what I've done is to actually put in real Swipetrades trades, and we're going to see them develop with this tool where we can actually go to the past and just pretty much play it, right? So it's like we're actually trying to do a simulation of what would have happened. But to finish with the order types, sell limit, you know, we have the market here, it's going up, and we wanted to actually change direction. And that's exactly what happened. So very easily for you guys to remember, market execution are whenever you take the trade at the current price. You don't wait. Buy limits and sell limits, it's when you get to the limit and you want to change directions. So again, let me go back real quick, because I want everybody to understand this very much. And to be sincere, you gotta take notes, because without notes, it's pretty hard to understand this. But remember, guys, a buy limit is whenever the market has moved up, it's retracing. And whenever it hits our entry point, we wanted to change directions to keep going up. Same with the sell limit. That means that the market is below our entry price, and we want the market to reverse to a certain point and then keep going with the trend. That's a difference with the sell stop and buy stops, where we actually don't wait for the pullback. We actually wait for the market to show us that it wants to continue going up or down, and that's when we take the buy stop or the sell stop whenever it breaks the support level, pretty much. Okay? So screenshot this if you want. Keep it on your phone as you actually receive the Swipetrades alert, so you know exactly when you receive a new trade alert, you actually know exactly what to do. Whenever they say sell limit, you actually know, oh yeah, the price is above, it's below the entry price, let me put the sell limit. Okay, so that's most of the confusion for everybody getting started with swipe trades. And this is what I'm going to do, Mike and Simone. What I'm going to do is actually have a screenshot of this, and I'm going to send it to you after, so you can actually send it to the entire team, okay? Because this is the live example of the different order types. Let me put it in the chat as well. So everybody has this picture with them. Okay, so next topic is, I'm gonna show you some past trades real quick. Wait a minute, I have a couple questions here. You stop buying at buy stop or sell stop. You stop buying at buy stop and stop selling at sell stop. That's the question just is asking. No, buy stop doesn't mean that we stop buying. Buy stop only means that we're going to sell at that point. Perdón, I'm sorry, we're going to buy at that point. If it's a sell stop, it means that whenever it hits our entry price, we're going to sell at that point. And then Nikki is asking, do we want to buy low? It depends. It depends. Sometimes we cannot buy low because we don't know if the price is going to go up. Sometimes we want to be a little bit conservative and wait for the price to actually show us a good momentum going up for us to buy at the moment. So it all depends. It all depends. That's why Swipe Trade sends all type of alerts. Our homework and our responsibility is to learn the different order types in order to make the most money out of swipe trades. So let me show you guys real quick. For example, this is one of the trades from this Sunday, I believe, this week. We had a sell limit on the New Zealand USD. And this blue vertical line, it's when I received the alert. And they told us, look, we have a sell limit at the price of 0.7371. So whenever we received the alert, this is how the market looked like. So the price is below our entry price. That's why it's a sell limit, because we're expecting the market to retrace a little bit and then continue to go down. That's why we will put a pending order as a sell limit. All we do is put the order and then we go to sleep, we go to work, we forget about it. So look, market starting to keep going down, moved up, touched our entry point, and then look, starting to go down, and we are in profits right now. We're actually 40 pips in profits. You see, so it's all about that patience. It took a long time before the alert actually, it took half a day before the alert activated. That's fine. We're still making money when we sleep, right? So we don't have to sweat it whenever the market is not going into profits right away, because we just have to give the market proper time to actually move. Let me show you Euro USD, for example. I know we had a couple of alerts before. So look, we received this alert. It was last week, I remember. And it was right here, right? So at this moment, what they did was to send us a buy limit. Why is this alert a buy limit? Well, because the price is above our entry. You know, the entry is in between the red and the green and the red rectangles. And then it's supposed to come down, hit our entry point, and then go up. So whenever we receive the alert, it's actually this blue line. So all you do is put the alert and then wait for the market to do its movement. And look, it never touched the entry. It was 2 pips from entry. so we didn't take this trade. It's a shame because it won 77 pips, but the trade never activated. So at this moment is when they will send us a new trade alert saying, please delete Euro USD. Market has already moved, and then we missed it. Big deal, right? We have more trades coming up. So I'm showing you live examples so you guys can actually see the way it works. Let me show you this one, because this one actually, it hurt me because we lost. But that's fine. We're going to have trades that we're going to lose, okay? So look, GBP/AUD, this was a trade from last week, and this was a buy limit, I believe. So look at the market, went up, came down to our entry point, and then kept going down, and then stop loss hit, minus 40 pips. That is fine. I'm going to show you guys why that's fine. Whenever we lose a trade, that is perfectly fine. Don't sweat it. We have another loss here on Euro JPY. And I want to show you this one. Look at this big trade, guys. This trade was sent on March 26th. And it was a sell limit. Why a sell limit? Because the market, the current price was below our entry point. So we were waiting for the retracement to go up and then start going down into profits. And look, it's been since March 26th until today, it's been almost a month, and this trade still open. We've taken many profits already. It's actually 200 pips in profits right now, and it's still running. So what I'm trying to show you guys is the patience that it takes to trade in Forex. You don't have to worry about anything else than just copying and pasting signals. At least for now, until you learn how to trade on your own. And that brings me to my next topic, which is called, I like to call it the secret to actually winning in Forex. And I'm going to go to a compounding calculator real quick.
Josue?
Yes.
As you're going to that, I just wanted to ask a quick question. In terms of knowing what kind of trader you are, is that important to know before you actually start doing swipe trades? Like, are you a scalper? Are you a, that kind of thing?
Awesome question. I would say it doesn't matter because here's the reality when it comes to trading. Either you're a scalper, intraday trader, or swing trader. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you constantly do it, and you do it every single time, no matter what. So if we put swipe trades into perspective, the real strategy with swipe trades is to copy and paste, right? And as long as you copy and paste all signals, you're going to be in profit. Now, it doesn't mean that, we have to put the disclaimer out there where we don't guarantee any profits, right? But let's look at the past. All 2017, swipe trades did over 7,000 pips, right? If you would have done $1 a pip, that would have been over $7,000 from your phone, copying and pasting. That would have at least paid 3 to 4 new iPhones, right? For the family. So my point is, with swipe trades, you don't have to worry about your trading style. All you have to worry about is to continuously copy and trade. No hesitation. So here brings me to the mindset of a trader. A trader doesn't know when he's going to win or when he's going to lose a trade. All he knows is that he has a strategy that gives him a win 70 to 80% of the time. And that as long as he follows that strategy, it doesn't matter whenever he loses, whenever he wins, he knows he's going to be in profit. That's swipe trades. I showed you guys some of the losing trades, but I also showed you some of the winning trades. Your job is just to follow the system. How do you follow the system? You just copy and paste. And as long as you copy and paste, you're going to be in profit with swipe trades based on the past performance. Last week, for example, since the year started, 2018, Swipetrade has made over 3,000 pips. That means that they're averaging 1,000 pips per month, right? We have not finished April. Now, if you average 1,000 pips per month, you can actually double your account every single month. Let me show you the numbers real quick. Let's say we have a $1,000 account. Okay? Okay, $1,000. Oh, come on, account. Okay. If we do $1 a pip, we have 1,000 pips to lose, right? If Swipetrades does 1,000 pips in 1 month, let's say it was for January, we just made $1,000. That is 100%. You just doubled your account. And they did those pips on January, February, and March. Now, let's say, I'll be sincere, I cannot copy all trades because sometimes I'm sleeping, sometimes I'm working, right? So let's put it in this perspective that you only copy 30% of the trades, 30% of the earnings, 30% of the possibilities. So the possibility is for you to actually copy and paste 1,000 pips. But let's say that you only copy 30% of that possibility of the whole Swipetrades alerts, and you only made 300 pips in 1 month. $1 a pip would have given you $300. That would have been 30% increase on your account, right? Now, is 30% a lot in 1 month? Not in 1 month, but I'm going to show you what it goes into if you continue to just follow the system for a period of 1 year or 1.5 years. Let's do 18 months. Do you guys agree that everything in life takes 18 months to actually give a lot of results? For me, it was like that. I didn't learn how to trade in a couple months. It took me 5 months to quit my job. But then it's been after 1 year where I actually started to actually just make better profits. I didn't learn how to speak English in 3 months. It took me 1.5 years to actually be fluent in the language. So if you guys want to learn Spanish, it's going to take you 1.5 years. So everything in life takes 1.5 years. So if we continue with the 30% a month, we know the possibilities is 1,000 pips. Let's say we only copied 300. That's 30%. That $1,000 account will be $112,000 after 18 months. How come, Josue? Because of the compounding interest. That's what the banks apply on us, on our credit cards, mortgages, and every single credit we take out. We don't know why we keep paying and paying and paying, and that balance doesn't go down. It's because they are applying the compounding interest.
All right.
Right? So
wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got to say that one more time.
Okay, yes, sir.
$1,000 balance, only gaining 30% a month, compounding over 18 months, would be how much again? I mean, I heard you, but I want to make sure everyone else heard you so they understand how serious Swipetrades is.
It will be six figures, buddy. $112,000. If you didn't withdraw any money, if you follow the system and you consistently made 30% profits on your balance every single month. So every single month you will update your lot size, right? First month, $1,000, 30%, that's only 300 pips, guys. That is only 300 pips. We know we've had weeks with 500 and 800 pips. So let's say you have 500 pips one week. You can rest the rest of the month, right? And then every single time the balance increases, all you do is to update your lot size. So here you will actually trade in $1 a pip because it's 1,000. $1 multiplied by 1,000 is $1,000, right? So, and this is actually risking very little. We're only risking 3 to 5% per trade. We have, if you have a trade of 30 pips stop loss, that's only 3%. Because 30 pips, $30, right? 30 pips, $1 a pip equals $30. $30 is only 3% of 1,000. Okay? So every month you update your lot size to whatever your balance is. So if you have $1,000, you divide it by 1,000 and you will be trading $1 per pip. If you have $1,300, you divide that by 1,000 and you will be trading $1.30 per pip. If you have 1,690, you divide that by 1,000 and you will be trading $1.70, so on and so on. So, but my whole point here, guys, is to show you that in Forex, it's all about that exponential growth, right? It's like actually building a team in network marketing, right?
Let me ask you this way. So you're saying that you increase your lot size. On this chart, I don't see where, what lot sizes you were using each time your balance increased.
Okay, so what we're doing here is actually taking the 30% earnings every month and applying it to the previous balance. So let's say first month, we started with 1,000. We were able to catch the 300 pips at $1 a pip, and our account is now $1,300, right? So of the $1,300, what we're going to do is apply the same 30% growth, and then it will be 1,690. Why?
What was your lot size at 1,000?
At 1,000, it will be $1 a pip.
No, so is that 0.10?
0.10, yes, sir. Okay. So if you think about it, look, 6 months and it's only $3,000. Like, it looks like nothing's happening, right? But look at the 10th month. That's when we actually reach the $10,000. And then it only takes 8 months to go from 10,000 to 86,000. And at the end of the 18th month, it will be $112,000. If you continue with the 30% growth.
Josue?
So, yes.
So my question is, I'm assuming that people probably have this question, that what you're essentially doing is keeping your money in your brokerage account so that it continue to grow over the 18-month period of time.
Yep.
And not pulling any money out at all.
Right. You know, in order to have these numbers, you will have to keep your money there.
Okay.
So if you pull out money, I would say pull out money every 3 months or 6 months.
Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you really got what Josue is saying, but this is the reason that we could not keep this secret to ourselves. This is the reason that we told you guys about this, because we see that the blessing is there and we want everybody to take advantage of the blessing. So
Amen.
There you have it.
There you have. And you know what? I really wanted to touch on this point because at this moment, it's all about mindset, right? And that's the main reason why someone is going to win or not win with swipe trades. We've had the signals service up and running for more than a year now, and they've shown that the numbers work. All we have to do is to sync our mind, our vision, to the vision that swipe trades have. This is how the banks work, guys. And you know, in Forex, we have to learn how to actually make money like the banks. Well, the banks are very, very patient when actually giving us credits and taking little percentage off every single month, and they make trillions. So it's all about that compounding effect, okay? So at this point, what I would like to do is just, you know, open up the last 5 to 10 minutes for questions. But this is, believe me, guys, whenever I understood this, whenever I understood that I was not gonna win every single trade, whenever I understood that trading was actually a game of patience, whenever I understood that all I had to do was to follow my strategy, it doesn't matter if I lose or I win a single trade, I know that at the end I'm going to continue to win. That's when I actually started to see profits. So I know how to analyze the market. I had a pretty good understanding of how to actually draw support, resistance, like all of those things. But I couldn't have my mindset sync with how to make money in Forex. And this is how you make money in Forex. A lot of patience and just follow the system. No emotions attached. Okay, guys, so any questions you may have right now? I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys were blown away by the compounding effect. Like whenever I saw it for the first time, I was like, oh my God, that's possible.
That was
yeah, go ahead.
That was definitely an eye-opener for me. I mean, I know the power of what we have, Josue, but thank you so much for that. The patience, and what it sounds like, if you really, really want to compound your account, is to start off with something that you wouldn't miss as far as money-wise. You know, so something like, you know, $100, whatever it's going to be, just something that you're comfortable with, that you wouldn't miss, something that you wouldn't have to pull out for emergency funds, and then just be patient and follow the strategy and compound it, and don't pull out of it. Just use that money to let it grow over time. And then can you imagine? I mean, what would have happened? What would the numbers be if you would have done 24 months?
Yeah, let's go play with the numbers. I love playing with these numbers. 24 months.
What's that website?
Forex21.com, and go to free tools, and then go to Forex compounding calculator. As a matter of fact, let me just copy and paste the link right here.
While you're doing that, Josue, I want people to really understand what this really means. The compounding effect is, Jose showed a really great example of it. But just imagine if you know, possibly had even a little bit more than what he recommended you start out with. Just imagine if, you know, the lot sizes were higher, and, you know, you had a really, really good week versus maybe the following week not as good. So it could really run past that result that he's already shown you. So just imagine, you know, what you have here. He gave you very conservative numbers. So we have really something very special here. And I'm just thankful. I'll just be honest with you. I'm just thankful that I'm here. And like I said, some of you guys are looking at this for the first time, maybe, and you're saying, this looks like Japanese arithmetic. But Josue, I'm sure, will be able to attest to the fact that he said the same thing when he first started. And anybody who has looked at this for the first time is saying the same thing. So don't be overwhelmed by the numbers. Don't let it scare you. Don't let it run your way. Just stay plugged in and take be exposed to as much information about this program, about trading, as you possibly can. And each day learn something new. And please, you paid for the tools that you paid for. Everyone needs to start their demo accounts tonight. If not tonight, by tomorrow, please. This is something that I didn't even think to tell everybody, but I'm telling you right now that everybody needs to be starting with a demo account. If you don't have it set up yet, please set it up. If you guys want to see exactly how it's done again, we have this recording so you'll be able to catch the beginning of it and see just how you set up your demo account the way broke it down, and then also the training tools show you how to do it. So there's no reason that you can't have your demo account started by tonight or tomorrow. And then eventually you'll be starting out with your own money. You'll start out as low as, from what I heard, is $10. And just build it up until you feel comfortable pulling a certain amount out. Like Josue mentioned, you can pull out every couple of months, every 3 months or so if you want to do that. But just be very committed to whatever your strategies are. Don't sway. That's what somebody asked me earlier today. What does Tim do? How did Tim do so well in less than a year? And I'll tell you, the things that I said was consistency. He's very disciplined, and he is very conservative. Those three things to me, and one thing, willing to do what others won't, so that he can obviously have what a lot of people won't ever have. So those four things are what Tim does. So to me, sounds like it would make sense for us to follow suit. So with that said, please, if you have any questions, it's good time to ask, and then we'll say goodnight.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Slade, it's Nia. I have a question. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Hi, Nia.
Okay, so it kind of has to do with Swipetrades, but more so trading in general. Are you trading alone without the Swipetrades?
Yes, I am.
So do you feel like the Swipetrades has really helped you as far as like being able to read the market? Like, I know Swipetrades is beneficial for those that want to, make money while they're learning, but how has it helped you when it comes to understanding what the markets are doing?
Right. That's an awesome question. And to answer that question, what Swipetrades has helped me the most with my own trading was to follow my strategy. So whenever you guys start actually kind of taking notes on the different traders, you're going to notice, and this is the reason why I put the name of the trader, Papasmore, Jay Adams, because they each have a unique trading style. So what I realized on Swipetrades was that even though we have multiple traders, they didn't try to actually trade the way the other trader was trading. They always stick to their own strategy, if that makes sense. And I noticed that sometimes they will lose, and then they will win a lot, and then they will lose, and then they will win a lot. And what it helped me with was just to stick to my strategy, follow my strategy, right? Because I will win, and then whenever I started losing, I was like, oh, let me change my strategy, right? And then all over again, and I couldn't actually deal with any strategy at all because I was actually always switching strategies. So Swipetrades allowed me to just learn to stick to one strategy. Just because I see these Swipetrades masters stick to one strategy and only one strategy only. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it did. But also, how did you find your strategy? Was it, through your demo account, or was it through like trial and error with your real money?
It was a combination of both. To be sincere, it all depends on your personality. I'm the type of person who likes to jump in too fast. So what I did was to open my live account too fast. And I did lose my first couple months with my live account. But it doesn't mean that it was a mistake. I was willing to pay the price for it. And then on the other hand, trading, it's the more you learn about yourself, the better you're gonna do in trading. So it's a lot of self-awareness skill that you have to apply here. And what I learned was that if I complicated things, I couldn't make any money. And if I kept things very simple, I was making good money. So what I did was to forget about all the complicated strategies, and I found the very best, the most simple strategy, and all I did was to follow that strategy. And that strategy, actually, Christopher Derrick's strategy. You can go to the IML TV. All he does is support and resistance. It's the most simple strategy you can try. But that guy, I cannot say he's a kid because he has my age, but he makes a lot of money trading with the most simplistic strategy. So what I learned was that if I complicated things, I couldn't work. So I hope that makes sense for you, and you can, did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. I don't know, maybe one day you'll be open to like letting us see you actually trade on your own. I think that would be really cool, kind of like how IML has people that does the live sessions, but it'll be cool just to see you kind of do it since you're working with us directly.
Awesome. Yep, definitely. We can schedule, I can talk to Lawrence and then we can make a big call, all right?
Cool.
Anytime. I'm open. I'm always trading with my team, so I'm open to trade with you guys as well.
I got a question. You were kind of going in and out. Can you tell me the name of the person's YouTube page that you were talking about regarding the strategies? I believe you said Chris something.
Yeah, his name is Chris Derrick, and he is on IML TV. So just watch for the channel, IML TV, and Christopher Derrick, or Chris Derrick. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? No. If you guys have any questions, this is the perfect time to ask. If you want to send it in the chat, he can respond that way as well. But I want to make sure that everybody knows that next Tuesday we're going to do the same thing. We try our best to be consistent with the Tuesday swipe trade training. Sometimes a meeting will come up that will interfere with it, but unless there's a meeting, we will have this weekly. And Josue is committed to doing it as long as we need it, and I really appreciate him. He's amazing. The more you look at it, the more you learn. So don't worry about it. It's just it's not hard. It's just new to you. It's new to us, and we're all learning at the same time. So, but I can attest to the fact that it doesn't sound as foreign as it used to sound when I first listened. I'm sure Andrea can agree to the same thing. Mike can agree to the same thing. The people who have been with us from the very beginning, which was only a month and a half ago. So we really appreciate your time, Josue, a lot, like a lot. Anybody else have any questions?
I got one more question.
Okay.
Okay. So, does the MetaTrader 4, because I've been playing around with it, but I'm kind of confused. Does the MetaTrader 4 allow you to practice drawing support and resistance lines on the demo account? Or do you do that somewhere else?
Yeah, I would recommend you do it with TradingView from your computer. But if you definitely want to do it from your phone, you can do it. Let me see if I can show you real quick.
That would be good to cover next time, Josue.
Okay, probably next time. Drawing on your phone.
Drawing, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why it doesn't let me unlock my phone. Yeah, I'll cover that next time. How about that?
Oh, but I mean, you can still answer the question. I just was saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can do it. So next time I'll make sure I draw a little bit more of support resistance on my phone, and I'll show you guys in detail how to do that.
And I can't stress it. Oh, sorry. Are you done, Nee? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying thank you.
Okay, perfect.
You're very welcome.
I think tonight was a really good night. And I really look forward to next week. I think that we should, I know that there are people who have questions. Please, guys, please ask questions next week. Because, and then the other thing is I can't stress enough the fact that you have tools that you can be studying between now and Tuesday. So next week, it won't be as Greek to you. And the way the training starts is so basic. It talks about how you barter. They used to barter way back in the day, and then it transfers from that to trading from gold to actual paper, and it literally goes all the way through. So you get to understand the basics that's really necessary, and understand what pips mean and stop losses and all this stuff that Josue went through tonight. So I really appreciate you, Josue, and I hope everybody else understands what we have here and his support, because he wants to do this, and we're blessed to have him. Okay, so I guess on the way out, I just want to make sure that no one has any questions or comments, and we can say goodnight. Well, thank you all for joining tonight. This was recorded. We'll make sure that we get it out to you. So if you need to just kind of go back over it and make sure you understand certain things, we will highly recommend you do that. But we'll get that out to you as soon as Josue sends it to us.
Yep. So thank you very much for your time listening. Thank you, Mike and Simone. You guys are amazing. Very, very, very amazing. I'm very humbled to be working with you guys.
Thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.